The story of Fremont's library begins in 1901 with a small reading room on Main Street. Just a few years later, in 1903, with a gift of $15,000 from Andrew Carnegie, the first public library building on the corner of Military and Park opened its doors. The original Carnegie Library served Fremont well for almost 70 years, but Fremont had grown and needed a bigger library. A group of dedicated volunteers, including Hazel Keene, worked with the city of Fremont to design and construct the current Keene Memorial Library, which opened in 1971. While the Keene Memorial Library is an organization under the umbrella of the city, the library is the beneficiary of much philanthropy throughout its lifetime. A longtime Fremont area philanthropist, Hazel Keene, obviously played an important role in the life of this institution. Visitors to the Keene Memorial Library, with its distinctive limestone exterior, grand staircase, Italian chandelier, and statue of a young girl called La Breza, have many fond memories of time spent at the library.
So I remember, as a kid, coming to the library and doing story time. And I just remember sitting there and learning and listening and enjoying just the love of learning and knowledge.
I have many fond memories of Keene Memorial Library. I worked with the summer reading programs, and so my favorite summer reading program was Movin' with Susan. All the children remembered me as Movin' with Susan.
As a teacher, I saw how important books were, that the kids could hold them in their hands, they could see the artwork, they could learn to read, they could get lost in the story.
Our library is now almost 50 years old. In 2018, voters in Fremont approved a $2 million bond for the expansion and update of the Keene Memorial Library. But the bond alone was never intended to be the only funding for this project, and community support is needed to make the vision a reality. In today's technology-driven world, some question the need for libraries, but in Fremont, use of the library has increased year over year, with almost 100,000 visitors on average and more Wi-Fi users this year than ever before.
I hear the libraries are dying all the time, and I have to tell you it's not true. They're being used more than ever. On an average day, we see parents with children looking for books. We see computer users looking for help with resumes and job searching. We see folks coming in to read the newspaper or magazines.
But aside from these and other important uses, our library faces serious challenges.
Challenges, we're not as ADA accessible as we would like to be. The elevator is a bit tight, depending on the size of your wheelchair. Secondary problem is the technology. The building simply wasn't built in a time when you needed everything wired with Cat 5 or Cat 6 cable. So the new building will be much more technology friendly.
To meet these challenges, the city has partnered with an architectural firm specializing in library design. Every aspect of this project has been reviewed in detail to ensure a renovated library that will be a community hub for years into the future.
The space is very critical for libraries. And when you're growing a library like we are, we need to add services. And the new technology and the new resources that libraries need are much different than they used to be. Yes, we need space for books, but we need meeting spaces. We need collaboration spaces, work areas, children's areas.
The new plan includes a meeting room that would hold up to 125 and would also divide down to 2 smaller rooms. We're keeping the chandelier. It will go in a grand entrance. We're keeping La Breza. She will have a home in the new library.
Preserving our past, informing our present, and inspiring our future is the motto of the Keene Memorial Library, and indeed, this has inspired renovation plans. While preserving important pieces of the past, the new library will be an investment in the future.
I think it's an investment in the future. The children of Fremont need a public library to supplement what they get at school. The youth of Fremont need someplace to go, and I think adults need someplace to go for information, for learning.
We need to take care of the library for all ages, and I'm talking as a senior citizen. It has been a lifesaver.
Libraries and the learning and the understanding and the seeking of knowledge and of growing personally is extremely important to me.
To ensure Fremont has the library that will serve our community well for the next 50 years, we need your help now.
Well, this project is not only an investment in the library, I think it's an investment in the community. I believe if you make a charitable contribution to this project, you are involving yourself and your future generations, again, as I've already said, in a community effort. I would just end with the idea that no amount of money that you can afford is too small. It would help push us up towards our goal.
Fremont has always given back to their libraries, and every donation is important. And your donation, your contribution is an investment into the future of our children, of the next generation.
The Grow With Us campaign is officially underway with leadership gifts already pledged from community partners such as Friends of the Keene Memorial Library and the Fremont Area Community Foundation.
With our goal as a community foundation to enhance quality of life for everyone in our grant area, the Fremont Area Community Foundation provided a $100,000 grant to the library's current expansion campaign. We're excited to be able to play a role in this wonderful new chapter for our library.
Won't you help us write the next chapter in our story?